Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, legends. How is everybody doing? Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, because we did get a little bit of a drop today, not quite reaching some very interesting levels such as the daily. Mentioned in today's video update that absolutely nobody watched. It was absolutely crazy, guys. Very, very low views on that video update, which was pretty crazy. Anyway, if you do enjoy the content, if you want to still continue to see me around, you need to smash up that like button, guys, for the algorithm, because if not, yeah, I'm just not going to keep doing this, right? Because yeah, if it's not worth it, not going to be around, guys. You know, this is pure education. I want to see engagement. I want to see the comment section absolutely exploding, the like button exploding, because for me, it's not worth it. You know, we've talked about many different scenarios the last few days, this being the one from the previous live stream, looking for this area to back test here, this low right there, getting that significant bounce to the upside to claim those highs from, you know, basically last Thursday at $60,000. And yeah, basically this played out very, very nicely as explained in today's video update. Looking for this range to hold, talking about where to put the stop loss, you know, where you can take some profit. This played out to the T, guys. When we do zoom in on the lower time frames, this is basically what happened from that previous live stream that we did on Friday. We did maintain as support that zone, looking for the back test, looking for the diamond reversal pattern here, and looking for these highs to be swept for you to take those profits. Now, we are going to talk about some major levels today. We've talked about them in today's video update. Obviously, there's a beautiful daily level right over here. There is another one right there. There is some really nice levels of confluence. We're just getting a bit of a dump and pump at the moment, which looks very interesting, to be honest. I'm going to go straight to the point here on, you know, what is going on basically, because there is a little bit of a bump and run scenario as well, which, yeah, it looks very, very hard to break. However, if we do break out from that level of resistance, then obviously we're looking here for a significant large move to the upside. However, we just came here to sweep the highs from today, creating a little bit of a failed auction at the moment. All right, but we'll be going through the lower time frames to explain, you know, what is going on. Could this be a bump and run scenario? This does look very, very good. Of course, we need to get above that trend line, break above this level of resistance. Anybody that is not aware of a bump and run pattern, it is basically when you have a downtrend, you create a big bump phase, right? Big downtrend, consolidate, you break the trend line, and you get that reversal. Of course, this is only valid if you do break out from that resistance trend line after the bump phase, right? So you need to break out above that level to see that possible continuation to the upside. Now, we are getting a little bit of volatility as we speak here. I just want to explain a little bit of, you know, we don't need to explain what happened the other day, right? But overall, this was actually an acceptable short trade scenario, even though you got a significant wick above these highs, right? So you did get a big pump and dump right there, which was valid for a short position. If you would have entered a short position, stop losses above the high, your stop loss was not hit, and the price continued to the downside. This scenario was also mentioned on the previous live stream from Friday. You can check the live stream yourself. We looked for the long position here, and obviously as you're taking profits, as you're taking this high, if you create that failed auction, the failed breakout liquidity grab, then you're looking for that pullback from that exact level. Okay, just pure education, guys, talking about what we mentioned on the live stream, so you can see, you know, what are we going to mention today to see if it does happen tomorrow, right? So I need your full focus here. This is just pure liquidity grabs, understanding the waves, understanding the levels where the price could hit, and look for a good trading setup. Now, we have created a little bit of a dump and pump just today in the last few hours where we got that drop, okay, and we recovered straight back above here from the lows, from the lower highs of today, basically, right? Creating a little bit of a failed auction, as we can see on the chart. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see the CVD divergence, because now in the next coming minutes, right, potentially this retracement, depending on what this retracement does, I would really lean on the camp that we could form a higher low. I'm already in a quick long position here from these levels potentially going to get stopped out, but I'm going to, stopped out at break even. That position is protected. I'm going to explain this trade that I've been adding to the position just because, quick explanation here on this scenario. I mean, could this be a massive corrective move? We're going to test these lows, guys, and I'm very much interested in looking for a potential long setup, and I'll explain that right away just looking at simple Elliott wave theory scenarios. When we take a look at the highs here created from the Sunday, basically right there, right, we did claim that high right over here. What I do see here is basically 5 waves down. Okay, there is 5 waves down. However, what we always need to take into consideration as well, just looking at the price action locally, guys, we're not going to zoom out too much. The question is here for me, all right, if we finished 5 waves here from yesterday's highs, which it does look like it, right? It does look like we got completed 5 waves, meaning that we could actually run up from here, form a higher low, and get another wave here to the upside, unless this has been the ABC corrective move, which I don't think so. It's very, very quick in time. So I would speculate on the possibility of moving down to backtest this low right over here, which was already been backtested today. This is why I entered the long. I'll explain that scenario in just a second. To look for another rise to the upside. However, there is the other scenario, of course, which would be an ABC flat, right? This is the 4th wave, and we are going to create one more low, right? Where we've created a flat ABC right over here. And we are going to create that low again, which is going to give us that epic long position, right? It's all about remaining patient, understanding the charts. Okay, guys, I'm going to explain in detail, just like we did the other day on the live stream. And I'm going to go through the comment section, guys, straight to the point, guys. If you know anybody on, YouTube that is providing, actual setups, or explaining what you need to do, where to put your stop loss, where would be a target zone, let me know, because I would be happy to just follow that guy. But I've been going across, multiple crypto YouTube channels, and I don't see this kind of content, right? I don't see this kind of, this is what we're looking at. This is how we want to get into the trade. This is where I would enter. I need to see this. I need to put my stop loss here. I would be targeting these highs, right? Giving the actual potential setup that could happen, right? And obviously with basically backing out that possible technical analysis, right? Not just randomly pull in some moving averages on the chart and say, we're basically above this moving average. We're going to bounce. We're going to reject, right? And just, not really providing that value on where to put stop losses and taking profits, right? So anyway, I'm going through my theory here, and I'm going to explain, why I would enter a long position at this zone right over here. It's a brutal confluence area where I would expect the price to get an epic bounce, guys. And this is going to be explained. I'm going to explain where I'll be putting my stop loss and where I'm going to target, obviously. So you have it on your plate, and then obviously you decide what you want to do. So, anyway. Let me know, guys. I'm happy to follow. Apart from 𝗕𝗏𝗏, who's an absolute machine as well with technical analysis. 𝗕𝗏𝗏 and I are very, very similar, and in taking a look at the the levels and technical analysis and the potential setups, we're very, very similar. We do a very similar analysis. But I'll be happy, guys. I follow a bunch of course, CryptoTube is very large. And, I follow all of them, right? Just to look at the perspective and look what they're talking about, especially the TA guys. And, out of 20, there's probably one that is worth it, right? To be honest here. So, it's very important, guys. I think people like more the hyped up stuff, right? The hyped up, the silly thumbnails, and just say any random thing on YouTube, right? Maybe I'll get a bunch of more followers and haters, and you can monetize the hate, right? I'm here to provide the levels, the education, the possible setups, right? And I need some love, guys. Come on. Hey, I'm here for you. You are here for me as well. Just gently smash that like button, share some love here, because come on guys, you know, the education is absolutely insane. The hours behind this needs to be worth it, because if it's not worth it, you know, it's just, you know, why would I continue, right? Why would I continue? Just do my own thing. So yeah, basically I'm getting pissed off today, guys. Today's a day that I'm pissed off, and I have been to the gym, I have been to CrossFit. I've been eating healthy, everything's good. I'm just really pissed off from the video today. I hardly got any views, and I'm providing the good value here. So anyway, love is in the air. Yes, sir. Anyway, do we have, yeah, Devil's not here. Good morning, Ghost. I'm going to go quickly through the comment section, guys. Then we'll go deep in detail on different scenarios, okay? Dip in detail on different scenarios here that I am looking at, okay? Locally on the higher time frame, okay? Just locally, very local levels that we could be hitting today or tomorrow maximum, right? Where we should be getting a reaction and we should be looking for a possible trading opportunity. This range is still continuing to be quite large, right? We're still in this large range since the 8th of August. So as long as we inside of this kind of range structure, you know, everything's good, right? Everything's good. We can get fake outs to the downside. We can rally up to the value area high of the range, right? These are the most important levels that I do see available till we actually get a breakout, right? Because this will break out at some point, and it might break out when I am looking at the possible, you know, level of support to bounce, right? And it might be a bad call, and it might just break down to the downside, and we're looking here at a possible long. But this is why it is important to explain in detail what do we need to see, because things change very, very quickly, right? I just randomly entered a long position before we actually hit that level, and I'll explain why in detail, why I jumped into this long trade, right? Which is just about to get stopped out of break even. I've been adding to the position, but there will be another opportunity that will be explained. Okay, I'll explain that in detail. First of all, let's go through the comment section. I want to say hello to the beautiful community, of course. You guys here that are here watching and you know, comment and interact. Obviously, you guys are the best. Hi, starting a new week. Surprised me. Andy says, well, yeah, new week, Monday today. Let's analyze, you know, what are the levels and projections that we do have for the rest of the week, okay? Yo, what's up, Market M, Igor, Oriel. First move is false move, short BTC, market open green. Okay, market open green. That is, I guess, the S&P 500. S&P 500 getting a little bit of a pumpy action as we open the markets, okay? And this is obviously a theory that a lot of people know about. If the market opens green, then it should dump. If it dumps, then it should pump, right? So for the moment, the market is being bullish for the open, which is pumping, and now we have obviously someone in the comment section. If the market opens green, that means it should reverse at some point during the next coming hours. I mean, for me, it's not a great valid theory, but I've seen that happen many times before, right? Market opens green, then it goes red, market open red, and then it goes green during the day. Hi, love from Greece, Nick, my brother. Thank you very much for joining. ¿Cómo estás, Andy? Goes Levy. Yo, I made some profits in the weekend, and thank you, Andy and Devolt, great professors, managing risk with my buddy, stop loss, thank you. Yeah, absolutely epic, guys. Yeah, it's all about managing risk, okay? Don't be too greedy, lock the profits, and just make small, consistent gains. Gold Star, how are you doing? Hey, Valerie, aloha, good morning. Where are we going? We are going to analyze that right away. Because we are trying to hold that weekly level. It's a level that I did not mark on the chart, right? Because we did close the week yesterday, Sunday. Of course we did. And we did have a new weekly level that we are trying to break out, okay? We were trying to break out. So that is without a doubt getting the resistance, right? That weekly level right over here, right? You got the weekly close and open. And now opening Monday, you got that weekly level that's just been tapped, and it's kind of trying to break it. But we can already see a little bit of that failed auction, right? Which failed breakout, liquidity grab from the highs, which is kind of an acceptable short position. However, right now I feel late into this short. You could definitely speculate on that possible short trade. Stop loss is a little bit too far away in my opinion. However, this could roll back down to the lows. But there is a bullish case that I want to explain where you could be forming a higher low here. All right, I'll go in detail on that scenario. But then there is the bearish one, which is the ABC flat, right? Where you have formed here the A wave, the B wave, the C wave. Wow, there we go. And we're getting the dip now. It's a dump and pump and dump. Dump, pump and dump. Now, if we are getting this aggressive move to the downside, a bit of a falling knife right now, I would, I really don't want to get into any long or any short position as the price is reversing, and I don't want to jump into a short right now. So I would remain patient to see what we form right there. Okay, I'm going to remain patient. I want to see this level over here holding in the next coming minutes, and if it does not hold, then we just continue down, guys. The next level I am looking at from today's video update is this one. Just remaining patient. I don't want to jump into a short right now, and I definitely don't want to jump into a long position as price is moving against us, right? So if we do come down and claim this low over here, what's going on with stock market? Stock market's not doing much. It's only Bitcoin getting this volatile move to the downside, back down. Yeah, I'm going to explain in detail what I would want to see here, okay? If it just keeps falling down, I want to see this level hit, which is the daily level and this pivot low right over here. Okay, this was explained in today's video update. Anybody that did watch that, is because that 618 Fibonacci from this pivot low that was created last Thursday to the pivot high, we do have the 618 Fibonacci, and we love 618 Fibonacci. It's the most respected fib retracement, right? There's multiple examples on the 618, right? You got one right over here, 618 right there from the drop, boom, bam, rejection. There's multiple different examples, right, from 618 fib. Not only 618 fib, we got a daily level right over here that hasn't been tapped. We got higher low support structure, and we got the possibility of a fake out from the value area low of this trading zone that we formed since the 8th of August. Now, we got a bounce today from that value area low, right? Quick little bounce here to the upside. But I do see the possibility of faking out, okay, from this level. And that would be in confluence of looking at the lower time frames. If we jump into the lower time frames, very, very sharp pullback. I mean, I would really not do anything right now, and I'll explain what would be the next scenario, okay? Not to worry. We need a bit of proof of support, and I'll explain what I would be looking at for the next trading setup. Yeah, let's I mean, things change by the minute, guys. Things change by the minute. So there is, let me just continue through the comment section, because I've got several scenarios, and I'm just going to go really deep into the analysis, guys, and I won't be looking at the comment section for 10-15 minutes, because I'm going to go deep into the analysis and explaining what I want to see for the next setup, right? Trading is, you need to see proof of support, you need to see some things on the chart, and you need to see some levels being hit and getting reacted, and I will go in detail on that, guys. Just remaining patient here on this move. So 127, wow, absolutely insane relief. There is still too many unpunished short positions, Drumpo. So you are speculating that we are going to get a pump. Joe, appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Joe. Thank you very much. Thanks for the sharing your wisdom on the charts. And damn, it's going to be exciting when Bitcoin takes off again. Yes, it will in the next coming months or weeks. The top is in, says Mansa. Mansa is bearish. The top is in. We're having a lot of fear, guys. The fear and greed index is at fear. Matter of fact, the fear and greed index is at its lowest point since the FTX collapse, okay? This was obviously a few days ago when we had that market crash. Fear is where we had the FTX collapse, guys. This for me is, hey, I would be fearful when everybody is bullish, right? When everybody's bullish, we're hitting all-time high, this is going absolutely insane. That's the moment that I would be fearful and I would be bearish, right? Saying the top is very, very likely going to be in very soon, right? Whether that is in a few weeks or in a couple of months. But, this is not a moment to be, fearful. It's not a moment to be bearish, right? Even though we could go to 49K. But overall, fear and greed index, guys, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, is at the levels from the FTX collapse in November of 2022. So could we go to extreme fear, right? If we do go below $50,000, well, without a doubt, there is the bullish case scenario on that level as well. So let's go right away and keep up the good work. Andy wanted to ask if you could do some TA on SKL. Seems like some really good potential there. Absolutely. I will save this one after we do the Bitcoin analysis. If you do let me, of course. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the support. SKL. We got something here on the chart. On SKL. Yeah, we'll be analyzing this in just 1 second. Okay, let's focus on Bitcoin right away, because there is some really interesting scenarios, guys, where I just have alerts set, and until those levels are hit and we get the reaction and I see what I want to see on the price for me to get into either a short or a long. At the moment, very aggressive drop right now. We are seeing a little bit of a back test from the lows of today from early this morning. So it is trying to maintain that level. However, I wouldn't count on a long position just right now, okay? Just to keep it simple, right? I think these lows are likely going to be hit in the next coming minutes. But what I would want to see to get into a long position here, right? You might think, hey, this is holding as support, or I'm going to jump into a short. If you jump into a short here, you just need to be aware of a big bounce, right? So just, it's very difficult to manage risk here regarding the bounce that could happen. So for me right now, there's no trade to be taken right now at this level. If the price were to drop down, I am waiting for that daily level at $57,500. We got the 618 Fibonacci. We do have those pivot lows from last Thursday, right? That higher low that we have from Thursday. This is a beautiful liquidity grab area, right? What happens when we hit the highs of a major range from a few days ago? You get a wick, right? You get a wick to the upside, and then you reverse, right? So it's all about liquidity, right? It's all a liquidity game. You might get a massive drop or a massive, or just a small drop, right? To some lows. This was massive, but overall it was a liquidity grab from the lows, and you recovered very, very nicely. So the one that I do see here available is this one right over here, like mentioned, right? We got the 618 from this pump. We got the daily level. We got this higher low right over there. It's a level that I am willing to get into a long position if we do get that reaction, okay? If we do get that wick and it fails to break, I want to be in that long for the recovery for the next coming days. Will we form a lower high here and then roll down? Yeah, possibly, yes. But overall, there could be a nice move to the upside there. So going back to the lower time frames on the 5-minute chart, right? Okay. If we do maintain this level, right? Because we are patiently waiting for this level, right? And you might think, oh, you're talking about this level, and apparently the price maintained as support here and started rallying again. So that is extremely complex, right? That's very, very hard. Why would the price do this, right? I'm expecting lower. I got into a late short position and the price is reversing. So if we do get this kind of price action, which seems unlikely by the moment because this is a very, very strong falling knife. If we do get a reaction bounce from here, right? And we have a nice retracement, very wedgy, consolidating kind of corrective move right there. And we form bullish CVD divergence, okay? And we form bullish CVD divergence locally. Not looking at the divergence right now, what is happening here. I am talking about local bullish CVD divergence, right? We got the CVD and the price action. If we suddenly get that bounce to the upside of a few $100s, and we retrace down in a very three-wavy descending wedge structure at this zone right over here, what I would want to see here on the CVD, getting a small pump and a big movement down on this corrective structure. If we start building higher lows right over here in a descending wedge matter, and we form lower lows on the CVD after that pump right there, forming those higher lows, right? Higher lows on price action, lower lows on the CVD. I will definitely speculate that this could be the low, right? We're just back testing this low right there. It's just getting back tested. If we move up here, bullish CVD divergence, I would speculate with a long position and stop loss here to get that rally, not only to the highs locally, but even to speculate on a breakout here to the upside. So what I would be looking with that scenario, right? And we need to see the bounce. We need to see the retracement. We need to see absorption, right? A lot of people entering into short positions, right? Trying to push the price down until we do not see this price action. And it gives me that valid back test of this level, right? I would speculate on something like this. By the looks of things, this is not going to happen. We're just falling down. We're not getting any bounces, no major recoveries. So, but it is an idea. This could still happen. We're just at the level right now. We might be ranging here for the next few minutes, and it might get a bounce. So what I want to see here on this potential speculation move is this possibility. And the main reason why this could happen, and this could actually bring you much higher, the main reason why this could happen, and this is the only thing that I need to see. And if we do roll down, then happy days. We're just looking for that low to be claimed. And even the daily level right over here for a swing failure pattern, we could be hitting that level now in the next coming minutes, guys. It doesn't look like we want to hold here. But the only main reason why this could be a speculative move to form a higher low right there, the only reason why is because if we do look at this pivot high from yesterday, right? It's the pivot high from yesterday, right? Period. We got the pivot high from the last few days right over here. When we take a look at the price action to the downside, we can see clear pivots right there. We got one pivot here. We got one pivot lower high here. We got this one here, and we got this one right over here, and then this one right there. So the only speculation that there would be here, all right, is the possibility, and we just micro counting this area, guys. Okay, this doesn't mean that this is 1, 2, 3, because this could definitely be an ABC flat right over here, and we could be forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's just looking at the possibilities locally, right? If this were to be the case, that this has been 5 waves down, right, you would be speculating here for either an A, B, C, right? For either an A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it's an A, B, C. I don't really care what it is. What I do know that there is a possibility in forming these waves, okay? And the confirmation of these waves happening at the moment, right, is thanks to this move here that we've had to the upside. When we do count this pivot low that we formed just a few hours ago and this pivot high, we can actually micro count 5 waves up, right? Even though the third wave is not the largest, right? You can actually count 5 waves up, right? Or even in a, you can micro count this in double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 right there. You got a small little up and down, up and down. We ain't going to do that, guys, because we're just going to waste too much time. Just letting you know that there is actually 5 waves here to the upside. And this could definitely be a corrective move, even though it looks very sharp and it looks very aggressive with this volume. But it's possible, right? Just going to say it's possible. I don't know what the heck's going to happen. I can analyze the scenarios. I can analyze that this high has gotten above this high, breaking the local market structure, right? You got lower low, lower high, lower low, and you got a higher high right there. So, I need to come into the conclusion that, hey, maybe this could create a higher low. And if we do consolidate here for the next coming minutes and we get a relief pump right there and we start correcting like this in a three-wavy descending channel, I can already tell you there is extreme high probability that the price is going to do this. And we are, very possible if we do back it up with CVD divergence, if we were to get that bounce, if we were, guys, okay? I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but if this does happen, right, and we form lower lows right there on the CVD, on the corrected move after the bounce, this is an insane long trigger. This is an insane long trigger. The next move to the upside could be extremely explosive, either in a C wave or in a 3 wave. It doesn't matter, but I know that you're likely going to take these highs and get a potential extensive move. Okay, so it's learning how to read the market situation and remaining patient for some things that you need to see on the chart, right? Also, CVD divergence, obviously giving you that help to see if there's any lot of market shorts entering the market, right? Because if you get that bounce to the upside, I can already speculate that there is going to be a lot of people wanting to short the market to push the price down, right? Push the price down. And this could be the moment where you're actually forming that higher low right there. You're forming bullish CVD divergence, and then you get the price absolutely rocketing again to claim the highs, right? Stopping out all of those people that are entering aggressive shorts. But you need the data, right? We need the data. We need that bounce, which is kind of wanting to happen as we speak. And I need that pullback. I need that pullback down and see the bullish CVD divergence. And to keep it simple, you're back testing this pivot low right there. You're getting a bit of scary volatility, right? This is not an easy, jump into a long or jump into a short. This is, I wouldn't do anything right now at this zone. I need to see that bounce, and I need to see that boop, boop, boop. Nice little pullback, a little bit of a three-wavy structure. And I'm going to say, guys, it is game on. Game on here, because this has the potential and breaking out to come back to the highs. And not only these highs, to actually come, to 59,500. And the main reason why of that projection is the possibility in forming 3 waves right over here, right? You got a possibility of this or a possibility of this. I don't know if it's going to be an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's moving up a little bit aggressive now. So this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see, legends. This is what we want to see, and now it's a matter of being patient to see how is this move to the upside going to develop in the next coming minutes. Now is the moment that I want to see a chilled pullback. I want to see a chilled pullback, right? Not aggressive move down. I want to see a chilled pullback in the next coming minutes, right? Give or take 15 minutes, 30 minutes. That is what I want to see right now. And this would be in the pure speculation that this is a corrective structure, even though you might think, how can this be a corrective structure? Look at the volume, the volume is pushing down very aggressively. It's just a speculation. So thanks to this reading of the market, where from yesterday's highs, because yesterday's highs is right over here, right? This is yesterday's highs. You got some lower highs here from the Friday, from the weekend, right? This is the pivot high of this zone. This is the pivot high from the zone. And we can clearly count either 5 waves down here, and the most bearish case scenario, legends, is this being a flat structure, right? I mean, it's definitely a possibility. We could still be in this could be a flat structure where you formed an ABC. So it's something I am concerned, and I want to be extremely, extremely cautious from this move. Because if we were to get that leg down, I would only remain patient to see the 57,500. And this is an epic long, guys. Don't get me wrong here. This is an epic long position, because you will be completing 5 impulsive waves down. And this without a doubt, the speculation for me here would be a long setup right there. At least to claim that lower high that we just created with that pump the last hour. And, you know, in a nutshell, it's a swing failure pattern from this pivot low and the daily level and getting that smaller reaction at the 618 Fibonacci. It's a swing long trade, so it's not going to jump up in a matter of a couple of hours. It might take a couple of days. So that daily level, without a doubt, is the swing long position that I am looking at here. Stop loss beneath the low created after the recovery, right? Stop loss beneath the low. And I would be aiming for those highs just created now at the last hour at a minimum, right? The wave 4. If this were to be a flat, right? If this were to be a flat. So we need to maintain below this low over here. If we were to roll down very aggressively, no bullish CVD divergence, just moving down very aggressively, I am remaining patient for this low. Without a doubt, this is the long position, right? The swing long position. Could it go to much higher levels? Absolutely, but the target one would be this one as a swing trade perspective. So that is basically what I'm looking at here. And it's extremely technical. You got Fibonacci levels, you got daily level, you got confluence, you got the 618 right there, you got the first pivot high, right, a higher low, sorry, right, from this move, right? We got one right there, but overall this is one momentum to the upside, and this is the macro higher low, right? So this macro higher low is without a doubt an SFP level. We mentioned many times these levels to be an SFP level, right? Just like this one right over here that was provided as well on a live stream that we did. I think it was on last Thursday, saying, guys, this is the first lower high from this drop. You got an epic collapse right there, and the price dead cat bounce and just a nice steady descending wedge, descending channel. And we mentioned this level to have a swing failure pattern. I did not get into this short position. And the main reason why, because on Bybit, we did not take that high. We did not take that high on Bybit, which was very disturbing. So, you know, I'm always considering some highs and lows, looking at other exchanges, because if it is claimed on another exchange, I would be willing to take the risk in taking that short. So on Coinbase, we did take that lower high from last Wednesday. And it was an epic short, guys. The risk management on this short position, and you are basically targeting the lows. If you do get an extra move down, then, well, that's even greater, right? But this was an epic short, stop loss at the high. You know, if you looking at Coinbase or Binance or any other exchanges that did take that high, you're basically looking for this, right? So this is the same. This is the same that might happen in the next coming hours. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen in the next coming days, right? It's just a plan to be ready for, right? If we are talking about this high to be taken as we downtrending, you'll be like, oh yeah, we're very far away from that level. You know, this ain't going to be hit. You know, the next day that level was hit on Coinbase and we got the pullback. So this is about setting your alerts here on Tradingview, add the alert at the level and just remain patient for that level to be hit, because you're going to get a good entry, you're going to get a good stop loss, and you're going to have a good projection for taking profits, right? So that is the whole game plan from this level, right? Same scenario, same exact scenario, just in a different place. So what we are looking here is that possibility of sweeping up that first macro higher low from this move that we had in between Thursday and Friday. And then we got the movement up here. We continue to the upside. This is a crucial pivot zone. You got the daily level, the 618 from this movement, and you have that swing failure pattern level. You got one right over here as well. This one played beautifully on Coinbase and other exchanges that we did take that high. So that is the scenario here. It's a high probability trade. You can manage your risk. You want that low to be hit first of all, get the recovery. You got your entry trigger as you're recovering from that low and your stop loss. And you can go and take a walk, and you know, it's basically programmed already. You're managing risk, you got your invalidation. So yeah, that's one scenario here, right? That's one of the most important levels that I do see here. Oh my goodness, what have I done now? Need to get this off the charts. So that is one take right there. And this could definitely happen based on this being an ABC flat, right? You just got that big volatility, stop everybody out. Nobody knows what the heck is going to happen, because what the heck is this? We're pumping, we're dumping, we pump back up to today's highs. What the heck is this? Well, usually when you form those scenarios, it's an ABC flat, right? It's just a classic corrective move where you just wick up, wick down, wick up, and then continue to the downside. So then you have to come to the conclusion, right, it was a flat structure, and we're probably going to get that wave 5 here ending up at this zone, which would be the ideal scenario before the market recovers very aggressively, right? So that is one take right over there, guys. That is one take. That is a higher time frame, high probability, long setup. And don't get me wrong, the price could absolutely destroy this level. It could destroy it, right? Maybe the price is gonna do this, right? And we're like, oh, you know, that level that we were talking about to get a reaction, we're talking about it getting a reaction, right? If the reaction is there, and the reaction is hit the level and get a bounce, that's a reaction. That's it, right? Anybody that is, you know, asking about, you know, what you're talking about, a reaction, right? A reaction is hitting the level and getting the price back above again, right? That's it. That's the reaction. That's your trigger. Boom. It's got a reaction, stop loss beneath the low. There's no reaction. Well, obviously, you're just looking at the price to slice through the level, right? Maybe it will get a bounce here. Maybe it'll get, I don't know where it will get a bounce, but overall, that is the most important level for the moment. So yeah, we got a quick little bounce right now. Yeah, there's no real bullish CVD divergence here, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have some very good, clear CVD divergence. From this, yeah, we have not got any good bullish CVD divergence. I was looking at this pivot, but yeah, I would want to see that low really getting steep here for us to form bullish CVD divergence to gain confidence. It doesn't look too great. And on the blue as well, right? We're not forming those lower lows, and that is not helping, of course. So it's not looking too great. I mean, if it does get the bounce here, not looking too great, unfortunately. So we just remain patient. Yeah, it's not enough. It's just not enough. I mean, on Bybit, it does look a little bit like we are forming. I mean, these bullish CVD divergence right there, these small little ones, are basically from this pivot, which have already played out, taking these local highs. And yeah, from this pivot, we are technically not creating lower lows right there. So it's, yeah, very difficult. We just moved up and down very, very quickly, guys. This is the thing when we're looking at the divergence and looking for a setup here to see if we hold our support. You know, what I want to see is the price moving down slowly, right? In a very three-wavy structure, very, very slowly. Take it, you know, give or take 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Get that nice little momentum to the downside. Very corrective, not a pump and dump, because basically this is just ran up here and then come straight back down to the lows, and it's not helping us with the data, okay? So we didn't get that slow move down, unfortunately, which would have been good to analyze this to hold as support, which it could hold now, but it's just not, you know, it's not giving us high probability for this level to hold at the moment based on the CVD divergence. It's been too quick. It would have been nice, slow grind to the downside and getting those lower lows on the CVD for us to be confident to say, right, this is probably going to bounce, stop loss at the low, entry trigger here, and you're looking for that reversal back up. but it's been too fast. It's been a pump and a quick dump. So yeah, just sitting on the hands for the moment. And if we do continue to the downside, I mean, it's just not worth it in my opinion. It's not really worth a long position right now. It's been too fast. So I'm going to remain patient. If this does hold and we start moving to the upside, I would still consider new bullish CVD divergent formation. I don't mind jumping into a long position late here if I do see a sign of support and a sign of strength. But without a doubt, very, very risky, because yeah, it's been too fast and those bullish CVD divergence haven't been forming nicely. But hey, without a doubt, if this were to be a wave 2 here, guys, in a 1-2 or an AB, and this starts moving up, the movement up is going to be very aggressive, right? We always know that third waves or C waves are very aggressive, right? They're much more aggressive than the first wave. So you would expect at a minimum a 1-to-1 extension, right? Which would obviously bring you all the way up to 59,200 range. But there is without a doubt some risk here. I don't like the CVD. It's been too fast. We haven't got bullish ones here on the rest of exchanges. Very, very, yeah. Well, there's no better bullish ones on the rest of exchange on Bybit here either. Very, very confusing. Very quick pump and dump, and it's relatively flat. So yeah, CVD is not helping at the moment in this local structure. Yeah, so I'm going to remain a little bit more patient. If we were to get that leg here to the upside, what I would speculate on, okay, I'm gonna give another plan here, because if this does bounce and it claims these highs, then it's going to be looking interesting as well for the possibility, and it really does look like it's going to roll down, guys. If you ask me, it does look like it's going to roll down. I just don't want to take the long trade here. I need, we're getting proof of support without a doubt from back testing this low here. We got the possibility of this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this being a possible ABC to the downside, and this is a 1, 2, 3 or a ABC right there. I don't mind getting into the long trade late, and if we do form a higher low right over here, and we claim those highs from the last few minutes, if we were to claim those highs, I'm going to speculate on a double 1-2, which will bring an insane explosive move. If we do claim the highs that we just formed just a few minutes ago in a 1 here right there, I would speculate on a double 1-2, and that will be the moment that I will be analyzing the bullish CVD divergence to speculate on a 1-2. 1-2, you're getting the third wave here inside of this third wave over here. But it's still too soon, right? But it will give you another opportunity, right? It would give you another opportunity just in case you didn't long here, for example, right? I didn't like the long, no bullish CVD divergence. If we do get that leg up here and then come back down again, I would definitely be speculating on, and the stop loss is relatively good. Stop loss is beneath this wave right over here. So what I would be looking at here is giving another chance for the price to actually be bullish. And what I would speculate, of course, on the scenario for that long trade right over here, stop loss beneath this low, give or take. This might retrace to the 50%, 618 Fibonacci, but overall looking for that breakout to claim these highs right over here. And that would just basically be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what you're just doing is you're forming a double 1-2 here, right? This being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a third wave. So it's not about, oh, I missed the trade, this bounced in the end, I didn't long here. It's realizing, okay, this could actually form another 1-2. And if you do form later on this 112 right there, bullish CVD divergence, then yeah, we got the ticket here. We got the golden ticket. If that were to be the case, bam, claim this high, bang, bang, right? And if you do get then the bullish CVD divergence, it is game on. It is game on. If you do then form this, then it is game on. Then I would speculate on that long position. Stop loss is extremely tight beneath this low, and you're looking for that insane bounce to the upside. So there is that possibility here. Of course, this long was a little bit too aggressive. This long trade was definitely a little bit too aggressive in my opinion, because it was a bit of a pump and dump, very, very fast on the lower time frames. If this would have scaled down like this, right, forming that absorption, those bullish CVD divergence, I would have had confidence to get into the long. But as it just instantly came back down very aggressively, then it, you know, very, very hard, right? You're going against the trend, and it just came down very, very fast. So that is one scenario. I would be happy to see the price claiming this high over here. That would be very interesting indeed. If we claim that high and we retrace back down, you know, this is going to be very, 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 very interesting indeed. You know, we would be looking for the continuation back up to claim the highs and even to higher levels in a 112. And all of this is thanks. All of this is thanks to the move down since we've had from yesterday's highs. Because if we would have had a 3-wave structure down, I would have said, yeah, I'm not liking it too much. But from yesterday's highs, we do have a, you know, a clear 1 wave right there. This is not that clear because this could be a flat. But overall, we got some potential speculation and some moves here. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have broken local market structure. What do I mean by broken market structure? Well, we got lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high right there, which also always gives you the possibility of forming a higher low. And you're smashing through that high over here again. So yeah, in that camp now for the moment. Of course, if we are going to start moving down without claiming this high, if this high is not claimed, the one that we formed a few minutes ago, if this high is not claimed, legends, then yeah, we're looking at this to be a possible flat structure. If that local high from a few minutes ago is not hit, then yeah, obviously we're looking at one more wave down here in a 5-wave move down, right? And you know, we want to count 5 waves down, and then obviously, yeah, this would definitely make sense that this has been a flat, classic trap zone where you're stopping out long positions, and here you're stopping out short positions, and then you just continue to the downside, and this will be the zone where I would be expecting the price to maintain in the next coming hours after it's hit. And even better, it's going to bring you more confidence that it is going to hold. There is only one risk here. There is only one risk at this level, and this reversal will be epic, guys. We'll check that tomorrow if we do get that reaction. The only risk that there is here after hitting this low, okay, is creating a double bottom, where you hit the low, you create the swing failure pattern, you get the bounce, and then price creates that dead cat bounce, and you create that double bottom, and the price leaves without you. So I will not be scared to re-enter another long position here, because I know that this long position will cover 4 times my stop loss. Okay, but it's going to be a, you know, sometimes these levels get very, very complex. They don't make it easy for the trader, right? You can either get a quick reaction, you know, a quick move down, swing failure pattern, and a massive recovery, or you get the level hit and the double bottom stopping you out and leaving without you. So you need to consider, hey, I got stopped out, but you ain't going to leave me. You ain't going to leave without me. So obviously, if you do get that wick beneath the low created, you want to re-trigger that long and, don't miss the trade, because this happens a lot, right? To traders, it happens to me, right? Where you get stopped out from that good level of prediction where the price could reverse, but it creates a double bottom wicking you out, right? It wicks you out and the price leaves without you. So don't be fearful in re-entering that long position, because you are managing risk, right? You are managing risk with your stop loss. And once this reverses, then obviously you're making 4 or 5 times your stop loss. And I would be, I would be targeting this level over here at $59,000 at least on this move. So yeah, just a little bit of, how you would have to execute those trades, guys, because we need to talk about the, if we come down to this level, there is 3 scenarios. There's 3 scenarios that is going to happen, right? And you need to take those scenarios into consideration. One scenario is the price slices through. Okay, no long trade. I put my alerts right there. The price was just moving down very aggressively. No reaction. It just continued down. So there's no long trade to be taken. Scenario number 2. You hit the level, boom, we get above it, boom, yeah, long trigger, bang, stop loss at the low. That's it. It might dance around a little bit, it might back test, then you're looking for that recovery. Then you're in that trade, absolutely golden, happy days, we're looking for the recovery to sweep up that lower high created today. Then there's the scenario number 3, you get into the trade, you got your stop loss here, the market does not recover and it forms a lower high at some point here and it wicks down again and then creates that double bottom. So you need to be ready for those 2 scenarios, right? You need to be ready to get stopped out potentially and the price is going to leave without you. So just, be ready and take into consideration that if you do wick that low, you're looking for that double bottom, right? And, not to worry. Usually these trades are the ones that pay off your stop loss, by 4 times, right? Easily. So that is the scenario that we would be expecting here, guys. Different scenarios that could happen. I'm not, I don't have a crystal ball, but I do know there's a, price goes up and down and it retests some levels sometimes. So it either slices through or it gets the first swing failure pattern and massive recovery, or it actually swing failure patterns and then creates that nasty double bottom to stop everybody out and then recovers, right? We get them many, many times on the chart, guys. There's multiple examples on these nasty double bottom wicks, right, that do happen. I don't know, where could we find one? They're just double bottoms and double tops, right? Basically. Yeah, there's a lot of examples. There's a lot of examples, but overall, for example, this one right over here, right, where you got this high, you create that swing failure pattern, right? You enter the short trade and then the market comes back up one more time to stop you out and then leaves without you, right? So, reconsider that entry because that one is going to pay off all of the losses, right? So it's the trading plan that you would want to have at that exact level, guys, all right? It's just creating trading plans, guys. I know we're not at that level right now and we might get a bounce, but it's a trading plan. It's a very, very successful trading plan that, you could get in, right? Anybody that is not trading on an exchange, you do have Bluffing, guys. Bluffing is a great no KYC platform. They do have an insane bonus with the link down below, and it's no KYC. Just with an email and a password, you can start trading in a matter of minutes. Be responsible, guys. I don't want you guys trading if you have no idea what you're doing, but if you are getting into that break-even profitable stage, without a doubt, guys, sign up with a link because you do have those bonuses, right, that are added to your deposit, right? So the more you trade and deposit, obviously, the more bonus you are going to get. And this bonus is airdrop. You will suddenly see your account, gaining $1,000 or $2,000. You're like, oh, well, that's bonus that the exchange is giving you for moving that volume. So that is one scenario right over here. I do remember you, Daniel. I do remember. We are going to take a look at this. I'm sorry, but there's so much scenarios and stuff that I want to talk. This is why I do live streams, because I want to get people prepared for the levels and the different scenarios that could happen, right? Because it's easy as saying, I expect the price to roll down here or, move up. Yeah, but what do I need to do, right? This is why I'm here. What you need to do is analyze that local situation, how the price is reacting, and take those decisions, right? Depending on, that reaction at certain levels and how to place your stop loss, manage your risk very, very well. Because I know a bunch of you out there are just going to put some limit orders right there, right? As a as a cheeky booger, and go to sleep, and then the price action is coming down to 55k, and you'll be like, you told me this level is gonna bounce, I got wrecked because I put limit orders there. No, guys, no limit orders. Alerts and check the reaction from the from that price action, because putting alerts on the volatile market is just putting limit orders, on this volatile market. We don't know how much selling pressure could come right at that level. So very importante, muy importante. Now let's that is basically it, guys. In this range, there's not really much to say, right? If we do start breaking down, this for me is not a level just yet to get into a short or a long. There's no way I would short right now, just purely based on the possibility of a back test and also risk management. I don't know where to put my stop loss. Would I put a stop loss above the wick high from that we have created, right? Yeah, I mean, this is massive speculation. If you entered a short here on this bounce, stop loss at the high. I don't like this kind of zone where we are at currently. So that would be one scenario. This has been an ABC flat, bang, 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 absolutely golden. It's just a classic ABC flat. You got a 3-wave move up here, a potential 3-wave move down here, and you can count those 3 waves actually, right? And then here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In an ABC flat. So without a doubt, I do see that low being claimed, and I'll just remain patient for this daily level. Like I explained, could we double bottom from this one right there? I don't like it too much. I mean, always a pivot low is good for a liquidity grab. I mean, if we do swing failure pattern and we get back above the level and we do this kind of structure for a back test and we are forming bullish CVD divergence, right? So we do get that leg down. We claim that low, right? We got the low right over here. Hang on a second. Let me just zoom in here, just explain what we want to see, right? If we got that pivot low and the price wicks down that level and gets an epic bounce, and we get that movement to the downside to back test it, right? Then without a doubt, I would definitely consider the possibility of the long setup, right? So what you would want to see is the movement down, okay, on the CVD, get the movement up, and then bang, create another lower low right over here as you are forming higher lows. And that will give you your long trigger for your stop loss at the low. Right, and you're at least targeting the local highs from the pump, but obviously you would speculate on a much larger recovery based on higher time frames. So for a finished wave 5. So yeah, that was the whole main reason of the trade as well the other day. This was exactly what I'm trying to explain to you right now. When we were hitting this zone, I'm saying, guys, this is actually an acceptable long position. I would even put stop loss beneath this wave 2 right there, this scenario. And the main reason why of that explanation from the previous live stream that we had on Friday was purely based on the back test of this failed auction level, right? You got these wick lows right over here, right? Wick low, wick low. Let me just zoom out on the 5-minute time frame here so we can see those levels much better. where we got those wick low right over here, wick low right over here, bam. You're back testing. It's a failed auction here. It's a big failed auction. You break through the levels, the lows right there. The price does recover, and you are back testing the level. And as you're back testing this level right over here, you are forming bullish CVD divergence, right? We can zoom out here on the CVD and, analyze that local range that we formed on Friday. And you were forming from this pivot right over here, right? Some lower lows, really nice lower lows, fresh lower lows right there. You were forming fresh lower lows. Absolutely golden, right? So you're getting the lower lows on the CVD, you're getting the higher lows on the price action, and you're back testing that failed auction low, right? Those lows from the last few days. So you recover from the level, you back test it off to the races. That was the conclusion from the long trading setup that we mentioned last Friday. So this is basically something very, very similar, right? Something similar, right? Where you're looking at either the pivot low from today, or much better, this one right over here where there's more confluence, and you're hitting the level, bang, bang, and you're back testing it with a bounce, right? You can get into the first long trade setup. There is the danger of creating a double bottom, right? There's always that possibility, but overall, you're going to get another long setup right there, looking at that double bottom. However, if you do start moving down here and you're forming those bullish CVD divergence, just like the ones you were forming right there, hey, we got a long setup. We got 5 wave counts here to the downside in this ABC flat. You might think this ain't nothing. You're absolutely out of your mind. How can this be a 4th wave? Well, it's just an ABC flat. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be insane because you have extreme high probability that this will be a first wave 1 or an A wave. You're looking for that higher low with bullish CVD divergence, back testing that level. Bang, right? You get that 3rd wave or the C wave. It doesn't matter. It's another wave that needs to form. So, yeah, just be ready. This is going to be an interesting level that might be hit in the next coming hours. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. So, yeah, more locally, guys, just going to dive in here straight through the scenarios. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit too long here with the Bitcoin analysis, but it's extremely important that you guys get the point, right? And, if you have this trading plan, I know it's boring, guys. Trading is boring. Trading is extremely boring. I'm sometimes hours analyzing the scenario, and if I don't see something clear, I will just not take the trade, or I will get in a small position. So trading is boring. If trading is exciting, then you're doing something wrong, right? Trading is not exciting at all. It's one of the most boring, one of the most boring jobs that they could be out there. However, obviously it's very rewarding with no doubt. But it's boring, okay? Don't get excited when you're trading. You just need to be very, very, very technical. So something else, guys, that could happen. Oh my goodness. And this is just it looks like we're going to get a squeezed symmetrical triangle here. I mean, coming from a downtrend locally, it could break down, but a little bit of I'm not a pattern symmetrical triangle trader, but this is going to be very interesting, very, very interesting. If we do get this high claimed, I will definitely speculate on that double 1-2 scenario, 1, 2, 1, 2, and if we maintain higher low support structure and we build up higher lows with lower lows on the CVD, I'm gonna long this. I'm gonna long here. I'll put stop loss beneath this low. I will long that scenario if we form bullish CVD divergence, because I will be speculating on a double 1-2, and we're looking for an absolute rocket here to the upside to get above $59,000. But I need that claim the high, come back down. If this does happen, and we start getting a small little reaction, we start moving down very, very slowly, and form those bullish CVD divergence, this will mean one thing. This will mean that we have finished the 5 waves down, which is definitely a possibility. We have finished those 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have broken the local market structure with a higher high right there, right? And yeah, if we do hit that high and we come back down, I will speculate on this being a recovery. You know what? We could be forming another diamond reversal pattern, right? We could be forming another diamond reversal pattern. This pattern was mentioned the other day on the live stream, right? Much more in higher time frames, right? And I know, you know, it might sound silly, you know, oh, this dude talking about a diamond pattern on the chart. How much crack have you been smoking to talk about a diamond reversal pattern? This played out very, very nicely. This was a pattern structure that we mentioned also on the live stream, looking for that possible reversal, right? The diamond reversal pattern, right? Where we could see that reversal claiming those highs. There could be another small little diamond here formation. And obviously what I would expect with this formation would be, yeah, the price creating one more high, coming back down, form a higher low, bullish CVD divergence, and get the breakout. We'll see if this is gonna, yeah, it's still too soon, obviously. It's speculating that this, you know, diamond would form, but for the moment we got the center. The center's good. You got a nice wick low, you got a nice wick high. This is good. This brings you know, there's uncertainty on the market here if it is going to continue to the downside, right? You need that wick high, you need that wick low, and then you got the diamond formation here. So we got the center part of the diamond. Let's see how the price action develops. And if we do claim that high, which it does look like it wants to, if we are gonna claim that high, I'm really gonna like the possibility here of forming a higher low and breaking out. I mean, this could take hours to form. It would be a very, very dodgy one, right? It would be a very, very dodgy one. It could actually get pretty steep. But anyway, let's analyze how the price action develops. For the moment, that high is probably going to be taken in the next coming minutes. And that for me is already a good sign to speculate on that scenario that I mentioned before here. Bullish CVD divergence, bang, we're looking for the breakout. And this is why this is a risky zone. It is a risky zone for longs and shorts. It is a very, very risky zone for longs and short. This is for the moment, a no trade zone for me, and I need to see that data. If we do claim that high, absolutely golden. I will be paying very close attention to that retracement, guys, because what I want to see is those bullish CVD divergence, and I would speculate on that long scenario, and the trading setup is looking something like this, right? And it could even go slightly higher than these highs. Slightly higher, right? Look for that wick to the upside to maximize those profits. But I need that high. I need that local high to be taken. So yeah, that is basically it. Let's just go with the speculation that the price action is going to break out here, and you know, nothing what I said is going to play out. Just, you know, imagine that the price is suddenly just going to boop and just start pumping out of nowhere, right? Like, hey, what happened? Well, we don't know what happened, but the price suddenly started pumping very aggressively. So what are the levels that I would consider here to look for a short trade? And obviously that would have to be the daily and the not this level. Sorry, this level was from that low high for that explanation educational content. If we were to move up here, we got a daily level that was from the weekend, right? When we go to the daily chart and we zoom in, we have that daily close and open from the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that hasn't been tapped. So it's a little bit on its own. I don't think we have much confluence right there at that level. I think it's, yeah. There's really not a, let me take a look at naked pointer controls. Yeah, I think, yeah. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, there is a naked point of control actually at that level where we have the daily. That naked point of control is from Sunday's price action. Yeah. There's a high volume node from Sunday right there where we have the daily. Would we, without a doubt, it's a rejection point. The $59,500 range is without a doubt where we could get a pullback. If we take that high that we're just about to take it, guys, locally, I would be interested in the long, and I would be even targeting this level over here. If we do smash through from the highs created from that wick, I would leave some open, right? If we manage to get into that long position on the retracement with bullish CVD divergence and it breaks out and we break out from this high created the last hour, don't take profits. Only take profits if you reject from the level. If you create a double top right there, that is the only reason why you would want to take profits, because it's not breaking through successfully. And if you do not break through successfully and you start retracing, get out, take those profits, because it might just roll back down. So on the other side, if it does break through, you know, if I do manage, not we, I mean, you do what you want, but you know, I'm just talking about my trading plan here. For the moment, those highs have been taken. It looks pretty interesting, guys. Looks pretty interesting. Let's see if we do get that pullback. Bullish CVD divergence, bang, in the long, in the money, looking for that breakout, at least to claim that wick high that we just formed in the last hour. And if we do not swing failure pattern from that level, I will not be taking profits here. I will be riding the price all the way up to this high confluence area, which will be the take profit zone. And this could be an epic short trade without a doubt. This could be a massive short trade without a doubt. This one might be the one that takes us to $49,000, right? For all of those macro bears out there. Yeah, this might be the one that rolls down. But overall, we'll be trading level to level. So, yeah, the thing is about this scenario that we mentioned with Elliott wave theory, looking at yesterday's highs, because the highs of this range of the last few days, it's this one. If we look at this being a 5-wave move here, and we are forming, and hang on a second, guys, because, you know, pay attention to this, because this could be some really nice, interesting stuff, right? Don't want to swear. This could actually be an ABC scenario right there. I mean, if you move up from here, it would be a bit aggressive. Without a doubt, it would be very interesting to see for a short position, without a doubt. The 618, the daily level, there's a naked point of control from last Sunday. Woo, this level is insane. You know, I would want to short, a swing short from that level, because this might be the moment where you get that, you know, really nice leg down in the coming days. It's a rejection point overall. Naked point of control daily, 59,900. It will not be easy. It will not be easy to get into the short, because you might, you know, when your price is pumping and pumping, you know, you never know if it's going to create a wick, right? And it's just going to start correcting down very aggressively, or you're going to hit the level and you're going to dance around and you're going to double top from it, right? And then you're rolling down. You know, there's two scenarios at these levels of confluence. There's three, sorry, right? Take into consideration always these three scenarios if you want to trade a level of confluence. One scenario is you blast through the level. So if you're putting some limit orders, you can get burnt if you're not putting stop loss anywhere. So limit orders, yeah, not an option, because I'm aware that the price could just blast through the level. Scenario number 2, you hit that level of confluence, the naked point of control. That is the highest volume node from Sunday, looking at the session volume profile. You do hit the daily level, and you create a kind of a swing failure pattern, right? Where you get above those levels and you start rejecting from them. So you can take it as a swing failure pattern, right? Where you're failing to break out the high level of confluence, right? And you're basically looking for the level to be hit and start rejecting and trigger an aggressive short trade, right? Because there is sometimes where you just create a wick and the price just rolls down very aggressively and you're like, oh, I was remaining patient, I wanted to see a reaction, a double top, but the price just wicks the level and then starts pulling back very aggressively. That's an aggressive short. What you want to see is that level being hit, right? The daily or the naked point of control, one of them getting above, the price action getting above the level on the lower time frames with a wick or with whatever. And then once you retrace from that level, you gotta snipe a short. However, with these sniper shorts, you just need to be aware that you are very much fighting the trend and you could get a pullback, form bullish CVD divergence and come back up and create a double top and then start rolling down. So what you get stopped out, but then you just re-enter that short and you put your stop loss above the high, right? Because without a doubt, this is a zone where it's very, very likely that it's going to get that rejection. So, that's another scenario. That's another level right there. A possibility. And one of them is going to happen, right? In between today and tomorrow. Unless we range here for the next coming hours. And it creates a very, very boring range. But overall, one of these levels are going to be hit very likely in the next 24 to 48 hours. So just be ready for the plan. You got the plans. You're ready for them. But one of them very likely is going to be profitable, right? That's what you need to do. Just create the plan, remain patient. Unless you're looking at the every minute price action like I am right now. I need to see some certain scenarios. We've claimed that high, if I'm not mistaken. No, not quite yet. So, yeah, we're just about to do so. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting without a doubt. Just about to claim that high. If that high is claimed and we get that pullback, I will definitely consider a double 1-2-1-2 bang. So we'll be remaining patient for that pullback for some bullish CVD divergence formation. That is if that high is claimed. If it rolls down from here, then it is what it is. But yeah, that's what I want to see here to take the next trading setup. All of it has been explained during the stream at the beginning, guys. Sorry about that. Possible wedge Andy says possible wedge on the lower time frames, or what? Here, do you mean a possible wedge formation? Possible wedge formation, yes, without a doubt. Possible wedge formation. I'm not sure if you're talking about this lower time frames. Let's go through the comment section, guys. Sorry about that. I told you that I was going to be at least 15 minutes explaining the different scenarios, and I was at least 30 minutes. Hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit of education, the major levels, how we want to trade them, and just stay safe, guys. Let's go through the comment section and say and read some comments. Very weak inverse reaction to the DXY, not looking good. DXY, what's going on with the dollar index? Dollar index is breaking down, guys. It is actually breaking down just today. If we do close this daily, this will look pretty damn good for the price to actually continue to the upside in the next coming days and weeks. If we do solidly continue moving down for the DXY, I do see the possibility of Bitcoin recovering in the next coming days. However, this is very relative. We don't really know exactly. That high has been claimed now. Very, very nice. It was a very aggressive long, guys. I did not like the long scenario here with the back test because we did not have clear bullish CVD divergence. But you get the point, right? You get the point. If this just rockets right now, then I'm just going to say, okay, screw you, Bitcoin. There you go. Just do whatever you want. But the possibility of that reversal here is pure market structure, guys. I mean, it was too aggressive for a long, to be honest. for me, okay? For me, it was aggressive. I'm not sure if you entered a long position here. I do see the possibility of coming down and forming those bullish CVD divergence. You know, there's probably going to be a nice trigger long position here. Oh, this does look good, at least on Bybit. It does look good. Let me just refresh this. Oh, wow. If we suddenly start getting some short entries here on Bybit, this is going to be looking epic. If we pull back now from here in the next coming hours, next coming minutes, oh my goodness, we're just basically about to form those bullish CVDs. It's going to be looking epic. This is the classic moment where there's suddenly a huge amount of shorts trying to get into the pullback, and you get CVD doing this, boom, right? And then you have the higher lows, and then you got your golden ticket. Then you got your golden ticket with stop loss at the lows. Let's see if that does happen in the next coming minutes. Let's go through the comment section here, guys. Sorry, I get distracted with the charts. What's an SFP? An SFP is a swing failure pattern level where you do hit some local lows or local highs on higher time frame preferred, where you hit some highs, you swing failure pattern, right, which is basically a double top or a double bottom where you unsuccessfully break out from the previous highs, giving you that possibility of a short trigger and stop loss at the highs for a possible reversal. I'm waiting for a short entry. Waiting for where? Where are you going to short, Lauren? Let me know in the comment section. What is your trading plan? Where are you going to short? Let me know right away. Is this a good shorting level? Let me know. Let me know. Or are you waiting for this high to be taken or higher? What levels are good for you to short? Not bullish until that high is claimed from earlier. Well, let me just quickly understand, make you understand that there is a possibility. There is the possibility of this being an ABC flat as well. So it's very, very complex level. It's a very, very complex zone. This could be a flat, and you're forming right now a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And then you're getting the recovery. I mean, this could happen. This could happen. But there is also the scenario. So, I mean, you could speculate on a short as you're getting to this weekly level. This weekly level, right, which was basically the level that was closed from yesterday, Sunday, right? When we go to the weekly chart, guys, and we zoom in, look at this. This has been absolutely crazy because this weekly close and open from the previous 2 weeks right there, right? We opened Monday today here. This weekly close and open, look how that weekly level has been broken very aggressively today, right? No major reaction. It's broken very aggressively. Bang. Look at the resistance from that weekly. Just huge level of resistance. It broke the weekly. It got resistance. Then obviously you got that massive trap zone right there where you're getting people shorting late, and it's a liquidity grab. And I would very much think that people are interested in shorting right now. My goodness, we need that pullback on Bitcoin. Very difficult zone without a doubt here, guys, because this could be the finish of 5 waves down and you're forming an ABC here. I wouldn't be too worried. We got those beautiful levels right over here, that daily 618 Fibonacci, naked point of control at 59,500 is an epic level. It's an epic level. Epic, epic. The pullback here is, you know, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed pullback zone. So the only thing I'm concerned about here of the price managing to form a higher low here is because you have broken the market structure locally, right? It's just, hey, price action and market structure is the basics, and it's the most important thing that you need to understand about the market, right? Where you form lower highs and lower lows right over here. And this right over here, this movement that we had up that was a very disturbing move, is actually a higher high from these pivots. It's actually a higher high. So it does look like there is some, the decision is not clear here, but I would speculate that this kind of behavior that we're having is reversal behavior. This is reversal behavior that is happening on the charts during the last few hours, just purely based on the market structure, that higher high after breaking out from the lower high market structure, right? This is reversal behavior that is happening here. So we need to understand that. If you are going to be bullish once we break this high, you are at the risk of the price doing this. So it's not the moment to be bullish. It will not be the moment to be bullish without a doubt, because that is the moment where you're completing a 3-wave momentum move. If you think that you're going to get bullish by breaking this zone, there's a level where I would be looking for a short trade depending on the reaction. This is why we talked about this long trade at the beginning of the live stream, but it didn't play out like I wanted it to play out, right? And this does happen sometimes, right? Saying, guys, there's a high chance that we could be forming a higher low because of this high over here. There's a high chance we're back testing this low. There's a high chance, but I want to see clear bullish CVD divergence. Unfortunately, we did not get any clear bullish CVD divergence, and not even locally, right? Not even locally. So you're forming higher lows right there on the CVD. There's higher lows here. There's higher lows here, and there's higher lows on the CVD. And this is why I wanted to see locally here this move, which it did happen. It did happen, but the CVD was not clear. We did not have clear bullish CVD divergence, unfortunately. There were some ones on BITFLEX here that were not too clear. I don't know what's going on BITFLEX, but there's no trades entering on BITFLEX by the looks of things. BITFLEX is really flat for the last 10 minutes. No people trading on BITFLEX the last 10 minutes, just a couple of million. There's still that chance, eh? Let me tell you that if we get on BITFLEX right now, which definitely could be a scenario, we're getting, that weekly, if we get resistance here and we start pulling down, oh my goodness, if we pull down here and we start forming bullish CVD divergence, I need those lower lows on the CVD. It's starting to come in right now on BITFLEX. If we do roll down here and we form lower lows, which is very much a high probability, then this is going to be golden. It's going to be absolutely golden. That's where I will be speculating for a long trade. Anyway, let's see. We're getting that resistance from that weekly level, so we could pull back from here. We're just getting back here to that level of resistance. For me, I'm not interested in the short. But if you, there is a scenario here. If you speculate that this has been an ABC flat right there, and we have to create one more low, this is the level to short and stop loss above that wick high. If you are looking for a short trade, I don't like it. I'm still considering the bullish case, but you can have a stop loss here. You could be targeting the lows and even that daily. I would say that this is actually an acceptable short trade, but I am leaning on the bullish side. I am leaning on, we have finished the wave 5 here. Okay, we have finished the wave 5, and I'm looking for a reversal as a 1, 2, 3 or an ABC. So my bias is slightly more bullish here than bearish, but I recognize that this is actually, a strong level of resistance. It's the weekly level. We've seen that proven level of resistance. Your invalidation is the high, period. That's it. If the price breaks through, You don't want to build a short position or anything. Just accept that the price is bullish and it's going to go to higher levels if you break above this high. So it is actually an acceptable short, because this could be an ABC flat right there, and you're coming back down to create the fifth wave, right? So yeah, I just got to say it's an acceptable short trade, and you can manage, you're managing risk with your stop loss at the highs. Let's take a look at Lauren. I love you. You traders are all over the place. Hey, chill, man. I'm just providing the education, the good risk management, the possible setups. Chill, man. Got some nasty comment today as well, guys. What's wrong with you guys? Not all of you, of course. Let me take a look at this chart. I've got a super chat here from my man. I got Philip here also. Philip, how you doing, guys? Sorry about the comment section. I am really not. Because you are the boss, says NJ. Hey, thank you, my man. Much appreciated. Keep up the good work. Daniel, thank you very much. Let's take a look at SKL here for Daniel. I'm sorry. Sorry, Daniel. Hopefully you are hanging around on the stream. SKL, right, let's just clean the chart here, because you know there's some boxes and some stuff that we did take a look at on a live stream at some point, and I have no idea about this project, to be honest. Syscoin is doing absolutely insane today. I was just looking at some coins here on CoinMarketCap. I'm not accumulating at the moment, guys, on my altcoins. I'm just very much on the sidelines because I've accumulated quite a bit. I've been buying the last couple of weeks. Did buy a bit of, you know, Cardano. Haven't bought Cardano. I've been buying a bit of DAG, Mina Protocol, Fowler Network, and yeah, I'm happy with my altcoin portfolio. I got an altcoin portfolio that it either goes to zero or it goes to $1 million. This is purely just an altcoin portfolio that I'm stacking up here. And, you know, this could go to $80,000. It could go to $50,000, but it's just altcoins. You know, this either makes at least a 10x, right? And it goes to $1 million, or it goes to 50K or 20K, or it goes to zero. There is a bunch of altcoins here, and I've been buying up. I got some on the exchange here as well. But I have been buying altcoins, guys. This is a risky altcoin portfolio that could go to zero. And I've been talking about accumulating Chainlink, accumulating some, you know, Saito that is not doing well at all. Umbrella Network, you know, there's Unibright as well. And, you know, I've just been buying some other altcoins right now as well the last couple of weeks. But I'm stopping about buying altcoins, right? Just in case we do get another leg down. I'm happy with a bit of accumulation. Without a doubt, we could be on the verge of a recession, depression. You know, I'm very much aware that maybe the Bitcoin top is in, right? We don't really know. And I have to hold these crypto bags for another couple of years till we actually see a recovery, right? And hold on the loss. But I have been buying altcoins the last few weeks, guys, just so you know. Because I just see a massive discount. Anyways, looking at scale, for example, SKL. I mean, I don't know what this project is, but if you are bullish on this project, when I take a look at this chart, it's like, you know, hey, this is a good zone, in my opinion, to start DCAing, right? The movement down has been absolutely epic. You back down at the lows from the you are back down from the lows of the, hang on a second. Yeah, there we go. You are back down at the lows of 2022 and 2023, right? This is where the market got the selling pressure exhausted. Selling pressure got exhausted at this level, and this is where the level has been bouncing from. So you would not expect, in the case of this crypto project, for the next coming weeks to successfully move down to lower levels. You would just not expect it. Could we go lower? Absolutely yes. This is why you need a DCA, right? Look at this. This has been many months. Look at this descending wedge. Absolutely horrible. If you buy the dip and it keeps dipping, then yeah, you know, it is just part of the game, right? It's part of the game. But this was the zone. Who cares if you bought this here, 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 and here, and whatever you bought is in a loss for several weeks, even months, and you're like, oh, you know, I've been buying and I'm in a loss, you know, life sucks. And, you know, this has been going on for, you know, 5 months, 6 months now. And then, oh, you know, hey, this has done a 5x, you know, made insane gains with this accumulation. So, you know, just looking at this chart, it does look like that this area is where the price is going to start bottoming out. Could we get an epic rally by the next coming weeks and that does this? Yes, absolutely. This is why this is DCA zone. This zone is to start to DCA, right? I'm putting $100 today. I might put $200 next week. I don't know how much, but you know, it's without a doubt a zone where the price is very, very likely you're going to start forming that kind of descending wedge structure for the next coming weeks. And oh my goodness, what the heck is going on here with this? You know, this is the zone where the price is probably just going to get that, you know, descending channel-y wedgy structure formation, and then start rocketing in the next coming months, and you know, entering into 2025 or so. So yeah, I like this area. When I take a look at this chart, I don't know about the project, but I will take a look at Scale Fuels Innovation, not gas fees, zero gas fees forever. Is it like a layer 2? Yeah, we'll eye this project later on. Has it got to do with gaming? It looks like it's a gaming project. Modular, zero gas fees, app chains. Say goodbye to slow transactions with high gas fees, and hello to an invisible blockchain experience. We'll take a look at this. But it does look like it is in great accumulation zone, without a doubt. And this is going to be boring, and it's going to take several months possibly, okay? But it's the opportunity zone. It's the opportunity zone if you are bullish in the project. Okay, so yeah, not much to analyze on the lower time frames, right? We're just coming down to this level of accumulation that happened in 2023. So it's a good zone. It's a good area where, yeah, you're going to get choppy. You could form another low, but it's the moment. It's the moment, guys. It's the moment. So anyway, let's if Ethereum pumps, you pump SKL. Absolutely. Absolutely. Andy, can you take a look at NOT for us, please? What is NOT? NOT coin? NOT, it rings a bell. NOT coin, yes. NOT coin. Let's take a look at NOT coin right away. Why not? Hasn't been in the game for too long, has it? Or has it? Oh yeah. NOT coin. I need some more price data here. Interesting. Very, very interesting, without a doubt. I have no idea about this project, but you've already come down to the lows here from July. Oh, this project hasn't been here for that long. Or is it? Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm looking at scale here. NOT coin. I think it was created this year, right? Yeah, it's a relatively new coin. I have no idea. NOT, is it on the TON network? On the Telegram? Yeah, it does look like it, right? Yeah, this is that Telegram blockchain. NOT coin. I will take a look at this. I will take a look at it. I'm not sure if there's a website or something. We'll do a bit of research, but taking a look at the chart on this one, very hyped up rally in May and June, just a very, very strong pullback. It does look pretty damn good on this retracement, right? This is just a classic slow, massive retracement down since its creation. It's already tested this low. I mean, technical analysis on these coins, guys, to be honest, it is a pain in the ass. There's really not good technical analysis to be done on these coins on a higher time frame. It's just a pump and a slow retracement down. So it's very complex. But if you are bullish on this, without a doubt, you could have a back test from this low over here. If you hit that level and you start dancing around, it could definitely be the low. But I wouldn't trade these coins. I would basically accumulate them. I mean, I'm more a fan of accumulating altcoins than trading. I mainly trade Bitcoin. I sometimes trade Ethereum or another altcoin if I am really inspired in doing the analysis and trading it. But I mainly trade just Bitcoin. So altcoins is just really a pain in the neck to analyze the levels that I can trade. I mean, I'm talking personally, all right? I'm not saying that they are very bad to trade, but for me personally, it's just not, you know, doing technical analysis on altcoins. They need to be high cap. So Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, you know, you name it. But on these ones, this is probably a high cap. It's 1 billion, so it is a high cap crypto. But it's relatively too new, too fresh. Would have to do a long analysis on this, and just to keep it simple, you know, you might come down and back test this level, right? You've created a swing failure pattern. You've tested the level. If you come down slowly to that level, without a doubt, this could be the bouncing zone. But obviously, that is still a lot of speculation anyway. Legends, thank you very much for joining the live stream. 𝗬𝗫𝗵𝗴, my man, thanks for joining the stream. Philip, much love to you. Smash up the like button, guys, if you have enjoyed the stream. We've gone through the pure technical analysis on Bitcoin. This is why you're here. Thank you very much for joining. Accumulating some altcoins. I got a nice altcoin bag, a nice altcoin portfolio that it either goes to zero or goes to $1 million. You know, that is what I am risking on the altcoins, just over $100,000, and it can do whatever it wants, right? Massive speculation. I would be happy with a 10x already for that. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow.